The stage is set, and Brazil is ready to step onto the pitch once again under the guidance of Carlo Ancelotti. This Thursday, the Selecao faces Chile in a crucial World Cup qualifier, marking Ancelotti's second match in charge, a moment eagerly anticipated by Brazilian fans across the nation. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what Brazil's lineup could look like, analyzing the players called up and Ancelotti's approach for this FIFA international break, which, as we know, is a perfect opportunity for experimentation and squad assessment. So let's start with Brazil's first match in this FIFA window. The Selecao has only two fixtures remaining, a home game against Chile and an away trip to Bolivia. Currently, Brazil sits in third place in the qualifiers, coming off a positive first FIFA window under Ancelotti, with a 0-0 draw in Ecuador followed by a 1-0 win against Paraguay. Out of 6 possible points, Brazil earned 4, and, crucially, did not concede a single goal. With Brazil already qualified for the World Cup and sitting in a comfortable position, this is the ideal moment for experimentation. Ancelotti has selected a squad designed for just that, giving opportunities to players who need to prove themselves while resting those who already have established reputations. As a result, big names like Vinicius Junior, Rodrygo, Militao, and Neymar are absent from this squad. Ancelotti knows exactly what these players can deliver, having worked with the 3 Real Madrid stars for years. Neymar, according to Ancelotti, is a player who doesn't require testing. He knows his abilities inside out. So now the spotlight turns to other players, giving them a chance to make an impression. The match against Chile is perfect for this experiment. Chile is currently at the bottom of the qualifiers and will not be heading to the World Cup. It's also a team that hasn't won a game since November 2014, when they beat Venezuela. A game like this provides Brazil with a unique opportunity to test new players in a less pressured environment while maintaining competitiveness. Let's move on to my proposed lineup, which I've envisioned in a 4-3-3 formation. I've tried to maintain a solid defensive base while experimenting more in attack. In goal, there's no mystery. I'll keep Alisson as the starter, continuing the consistency from Ancelotti's first matches. Even though experimenting is important, keeping a reliable backbone in goal is non-negotiable. On the right side of defense, I would select Roma's Wesley instead of Monaco's Van der Sar. Why? Van der Sar is no longer part of this squad, having been replaced by Ancelotti with Vitinho from Botafogo. However, Vitinho is less familiar with the national team environment, whereas Wesley has appeared in the last 2 or 3 squads and brings more experience at the international level. This familiarity is crucial for maintaining balance and cohesion in defense. For the central defensive partnership, I would stick with the duo that performed exceptionally against Ecuador and Paraguay, Marquinhos from PSG and Lille's Alexandro. Gabriel Martinelli has returned, but I believe Alexandro deserves the spot next to Marquinhos due to his qualities: strong aerial ability, precise passing, confidence, and leadership on the field. Magalhaes can be used later as a substitute, allowing us to gauge his impact in a controlled setting. On the left side, Monaco's Caio Henrique starts. He's a player I've been advocating for years, and finally, Ancelotti is giving him this opportunity. His technical skill, passing ability, and attacking instincts make him a perfect fit, especially against a weaker Chilean side. Caio Henrique could very well showcase his full attacking potential in this game. Moving into midfield, the 3 central positions are interesting. First, I would retain Casemiro as the anchor, providing defensive stability, precise passing, and physical dominance. He ensures the midfield skeleton remains steady while other players are tested around him. Next to Casemiro, I would experiment more. Bruno Guimaraes and Garson have been regular starters, but for this window, I would try Andres Santos, who impressed in the last FIFA window but received limited minutes, along with John Lucas, a complete newcomer replacing the injured Joazinho. Giving John Lucas playing time is essential. There's no value in calling up a player without testing him on the field. Other established names like Bruno and Paqueta are well-known quantities, so the focus here is on evaluating emerging talent. In attack, the right wing could be Luis Enrique from Zenit. A former Botafogo player, He performed well in last year's Derival-led squad, but has not been called up since moving to Zenit. This selection is not just about testing his skill at the international level. It's about assessing his current form after nearly a year away from Brazilian football spotlight. On the left wing, Gabriel Martinelli continues, offering continuity after strong performances against Ecuador and Paraguay. Martinelli's one-on-one ability and attacking flair make him a key component in the lineup, especially as he competes for minutes with Vinicius Junior and Rodrygo. Finally, at center forward, I would give Joao Pedro the chance to start. He has experienced moments in the national team, but hasn't yet demonstrated the same confidence and impact as at his club, Chelsea. Now, in peak form and with growing confidence, this is an ideal opportunity for him to stake a claim for the number 9 jersey, a position where Brazil currently lacks a clearly defined option. Estevan, who started against Ecuador, would serve as a backup, while Samuel Lino could be tested as a substitute for Martinelli during the game. The beauty of this lineup is the balance it provides, a solid defensive foundation, a mix of experience and experimentation in midfield, and attacking options that allow for both continuity and new evaluation. Starting with familiar players in key positions helps maintain structure, while giving new faces meaningful minutes ensures Ancelotti can truly assess the squad's depth. Now it's your turn. What do you think of this proposed Brazil lineup against Chile? Do you agree with the choices I've made, or would you prefer a different approach? Let me know in the comments below. I'm eager to hear your thoughts. In summary, this FIFA window is more than just 2 qualifier matches. It's a strategic opportunity for Ancelotti to test his squad, integrate new talent, and prepare Brazil for the challenges ahead. By maintaining a solid core, while experimenting on the flanks and in midfield, Brazil can achieve balance between competitiveness and assessment. Fans should expect a mix of continuity, fresh faces, and tactical exploration, all while aiming for a smooth performance against a Chile side that's struggling in the qualifiers.